another week on the cut, and a magic week it was. We spent a day or two in Birmingham and then headed south onto the Grand Union to where we are now, in just short of Leamington Spa. It was a fantastic week. We saw everything from inner city living to the countryside, and had a fantastic week. We visited not as many pubs as the week before, but we still managed to get a few drinks in here and there. I also found a fantastic invention where you can have your own keg in your own boat. So I'm in heaven now. We have done 121.2 miles. We've gone through 157 locks. We've been going for 20 days. And rest days, 0 so far. We've been moving every day. We were going to stop for an overnighter, but we decided to move on after we'd been there one day. Yeah, but this is the week on the cut in a nutshell. Coming out of this last lock, the engine just stalled because we've got something big wrapped around our prop. So that's the weed box, and I'm going in. So the offending article is down there in that hole. There's a lot of gunk. I'm just about to go in and cut it all out.
Sharpening the knife, ready to go in.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. You've got most of it. I mean, you've got the big bit. No wonder it was stuck. That's a lot of stuff. Oh my god.
That was my first experience of cleaning out a stuck propeller, and I pulled out a nice Fakawi rug from the Middle East. It was a high thread count, very tight weave, but it's now a very loose weave in about 1,000 pieces. But we're good to go again, so a cup of tea time, I reckon. Catch ya. Here we go, bit of snow. It's starting to fall. How cool is that? Narrowboating in the snow. Alright, we are at the, I don't even know the name of this place.
Boat Inn.
The Boat Inn. It's an absolute stone's throw from our boat. And we weren't going to go to a pub tonight because we've done a lot of pubs. And then we met this CRT guy who said there's a great pub only a couple of hours down the cut. Right, 6 hours later, we're here because their pump's not working to fill the pound, and so it's 2 foot down, so we dragged our bum of the boat the whole way. It's slow as, but we're here. We come in at night with the lights on, and I better try this beer, eh? This is my second beer. The first beer was an IPA, something IPA. It was like drinking dishwater. It was one of the worst IPAs I've ever had. So I didn't even video it. But this one is a local brew from the Silhull Brewery, which is only a stone's throw on the other side of the cup. They don't have any tastings at the cellar, so we thought we'd try one here. So this is the blonde, they call it the Blonde Star. It's just a standard blonde beer. There's 4 different hops to go into making it, so give it a crack. That's alright, that's better than not bad. That's bloody good. So till the next one. See ya. I made a snowman. First one of the year. It's snowing on my snowman. It's snowing. How fantastic is that? So this is our first wide lock. Feels really weird. Yeah, the boat's here and there's a big gap. And we're sort of diagonal. And yeah, it feels strange. So here we go, there's a flight of about 4 or 5 locks to go down. With icy, cold winter's morning. But good fun.
I'm going to try a butty bark.
A what?
A butty bark.
Spelled?
Butty, B-U-T-T-Y.
No, the bark bit.
Bark, B-A-C-H.
Of course. Not like a dog.
No. Yeah, that one's alright.
Out of 5?
Oh, we're doing scores now.
Yeah.
3 out of 5.
Not bad.
A little bit sweet.
We are at the Black Boy, which we just happened to pass, so we pulled up right out front, and we're going to try, or Wendy's tried a butty bark, and I'm having a tribute, so we'll give a tribute of it.
And they did say what the previous one was. That was a very old.
Now for a classic real ale, it's ice cold, so you can't really taste anything. So this is going to get a, well it's beer, so it's going to get a 1, but that's it. Cheers.
We're just about to go through the Shirley Tunnel. Headlights on, off we go. Get crooked. That's really beautiful in there.
Now that's what I call a fire. It's cranking in there. Righto, this is the first of our 21 locks of the Hatton Flight. We had no idea this was coming up because I don't like to read ahead in guidebooks. You don't get much of a surprise if you do that. So yeah, we got a surprise when we got here last night and went to find a pub and we found 21 locks instead. So here goes.
And there's Magnus waiting for the 3rd lock gate to open.
A magic looking pub on the hill. If only it wasn't 8:30 in the morning. I like the way they think.
Well, here's Nutshell coming through a lock. And in the background you can see there must be, I don't know, 10 or 12 locks behind that we've done already.
Double lock with 2 boats, nearly at the bottom. Alright, coming up to the last lock. It's taken us about 4 or 5 hours and the pub is close.
We just come through the last lock and here's the pub.
So this one's a crystal cookie. We'll give it a go. Better than not bad. That was awesome. In fact, I'd go 4.5 out of 5. It's good.
Alright, I've got a hooky. Playing hooky. Oh, that's a Magnus beer, that one.
Is that?
Full flavoured, quite bitter. Yeah, it's good. Good beer. It's great when you find a supermarket this close to the canal. And we've been shopping again. And here comes Magnus with the kindling for the fire.
Freshly chopped it.
Yeah, it's all chopped by his spare hand.
Add a little.
There it is. Ta-da!
So just been a bit of a mini shopping spree. You can do that every now and then. But we found a shop right next to the canal, so you can all get all the heavy things. which we just have. And last time I was at this particular shop, well, let's go back a step. I love pastries, like really, really good. Not French pastries because they're too buttery, but Swedish pastries. Maybe because I'm Swedish. But I also love a good apple or custard Danish. And last time I was at this particular shop, I tried one of the Danishes and yeah, it was good. So I thought I'll try another one, only 30p. So this Danish here, I bought one earlier and ate it. And I've just got to eat my second one. Because, without a doubt, this isn't a beer review. This is a Danish review. This is the best Danish I've ever eaten in my life. It is unbelievable. So I just wanted to share. So yeah.
We found a cheesemonger. Magnus is a bit excited about the cheese.
Well, sometimes in the evenings and you can't get to a pub just because it gets dark or you can't be bothered doing the extra few miles. So I worked out a solution. I think what I'm going to do every week is buy one of these puppies. It's your own keg. I don't know how many litres is in there, or how many pints, but as you can see, it's next to the pint glass here. So it's a fair old whack. So yeah, what I'll do is try one of them every week or so, and see what they're like. Because there were a heap of them in the shop, so you got to try them. Alright, well I intentionally parked where there wasn't a pub tonight so we could give this a crack. So let's try pouring. I've got all the tap ready. So apparently you just press that, oh Jesus. Press that button in and then, whoops, you've got to turn this apparently to let new air in. Oop, like that. And then try it again. No. Let's start again. Let's start again. Alright, I worked out how to use the flow controller. So we'll finish this off now. Oops, no I haven't. Turn a little bit more that way. Alright, turn a bit more that way. Oh, there we go. And voila! I'll let that settle and I'll come back and give you a review. Alright, well I've let it settle and it's come up with a reasonable head retention and quite small bubbles, which is always good. Smells like beer, looks like beer, so let's give it a go. Not bad. Actually, that is good. That is fantastic. Wow. Why haven't I found this before? See you on the next one.